competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Miles McBride. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And for Memphis, they've got MP, Brandon Clark out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Jalen Wells. And it's Coward in at the two-guard spot. Down the stretch we come in the NBA season, Grant. What are the contenders honed in on?
Well, B.A., the biggest priority is to have everyone healthy. Without a full deck of cards, it's very tough to win a title. And, of course, maintaining positive momentum wouldn't hurt either.
McBride. Three-pointer off the mark. And so MP will bring it up for Memphis. And this is a very difficult team to beat right now. 13 straight wins.
Just a fun team to watch when you get right to it. I mean, the way they're executing at both ends of the floor, it seems like they're getting better each game. Communication, ball control, ball security, defensively. They are very adaptable, and we've seen how they adjust, always learning and constantly tweaking the winning formula.
You know, some threes look better than others, and Brunson's lefty stroke from three is a beautiful thing.
On the wing, MP. Brunson defending. And there's Anderson. That was good. On the assist by MP.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans have dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, B.A., and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball after New York picked up the three with their last shot. MP against Brunson. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. MP, the pass to Clark. Clock at 6. To the middle. Here's MP.
They have been rolling. That's their first miss of the game.
He's off on the layup. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. When Karl Anthony Towns was brought up, coach immediately chimed in, saying, yeah, the thing about Towns is the sheer size that he brings. Our guys will have to be physical and make him uncomfortable around the basket to have success. Physicality and aggressiveness will be the key. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Anderson gets the bucket.
Well, he doesn't take a lot of threes, but Anderson is judicious and effective when he does.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. And that one's good. Brunson.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Anunoby. Pass to Hart. Back to Anunoby. Now McBride. From outside the arc. They get it again. Towns. Banked it in off the glass.
Throwing that weight around. Towns with 2 bonus points there.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. MP inside. Brunson defending. Anderson passes to MP. Back to Anderson. 17-foot shot on the way. His first miss. 3 for 4 in this contest now. It's hard to find a more impactful player in a complementary role than OG Anunoby.
Yeah, you're speaking facts right there. He's a switchable defender. Offensively, he's at his best spotting up, and he can attack in transition effectively. I mean, I think he's the kind of player that not only does every team want,
with some changes. Anderson comes in for Clark, and MP subbed in for Wells. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for New York. Inside, Robinson with a steal. We've got Jackson. MP is out there with John Morant. Then there's Kyle Anderson, and it's Coward in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Leaving no doubt on that one. The explosiveness of Towns, really powerful.
Down low, MP drops it in.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
To the right side. looking for an opening. The three. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Towns sees an open player and rewards him with a nice pass.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. This team doesn't just win, they win big. Now with a double-digit win differential for the season. Wow.
That means they've given full effort for all their games. No garbage time, no lax efforts, full throttle basketball playing. They've spent a lot of time dominating on the floor.
Oh, look at MP doing his thing down there.
What touch on the teardrop. And Pete just letting it glide off his fingertips.
Towns, right side. New York working the ball around now. Man, that one's good. Clarkson.
He got the room he needed and knocked it down. That's a quality shot.
It's Jackson, high post. Here's MP. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
Boy, it's a big bonus for this team when Towns is engaged and making an impact defensively.
6 on the shot clock. MP, the pass to Anderson. And it's New York with a rebound.
Surprising to see that he had so much room from mid-range. I think he was surprised, too.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Chicago was tremendous. He ended up with 26 points and created for his teammates, finding them in their favorite spots. So he just poured more fuel on his team's fire and helped them continue this winning streak, a streak they're hoping doesn't end here. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And there's always the chance of a carryover effect into tonight's game.
I wouldn't put it past him, but it's tough to have back-to-back performances like that.
No, you can't bet against a guy like that. He looks like he's in a groove, focused, on top of his game. No reason that he can't keep it going.
Clark is checked in for Memphis. Wells comes in for Morant. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Josh Hart's checked in for Towns. Anunoby comes in for Clarkson. McBride, he's checked in for Shamet. And Brunson is subbed in for Kohler. Good work there as it goes.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Anunoby finds Hart. Now Brunson. Over MP. Brunson misses.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's MP. MP on the take.
These defenders really need to man up, particularly in the lane.
Knicks trail by 3. Outside McBride. Pass to Brunson. Over MP. And it's New York scoring again.
One of Brunson's best amongst his many weapons, that mid-range jam.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis' ball. For Memphis, they've gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. Anderson with a screen on Brunson. Here's MP. The slam from MP.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Memphis ahead. They're up by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Hello, everybody. So far, a fairly even game for the Memphis Grizzlies through the first 2 quarters.
When you look at how they're getting their points, a good portion comes from inside. They're going right at the defense.
And next up, a look at the top performers for each team in that first half.
I always like these matchups because even though you're not always guarding each other, you're thinking, okay, you did that, now watch me do this.
Just like you and Kenny here in the studio.
Oh, no, you haven't.
And that is going to do it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
And as a player, how important is film study to reaching the highest level of success for him?
Tell you what, with the advance in technology, it's actually critical now, BA. I mean, it's more accessible, too, and that helps everybody realize the benefits of doing that extra work of studying yourself, your team, and your opponents.
Checking out the group from Mike Brown to start the second half. Jalen Brunson is out there with Miles McBride. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Towns in at the 5. And they get it back. Yep, that one goes. Hart's got his first basket.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
We've seen it time and time again in the game. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Back to MP. Down low. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, Clark with the slam.
You know, this is what you like about him as a facilitator. He hits his man where he can do something with the rock.
Pass to Brunson. Sneaking inside, it's Brunson.
Another hoop for Brunson. Really, he's one of the most potent scorers in the league. He's on a heater tonight, folks.
Outside Wells. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Brunson against MP. Pass to Wells. Now here's Anderson. MP finds Anderson. Off target from three-point range. New York trailing. Year to year, Karl Anthony Towns remains an elite three-point threat in this league, Clark.
Yeah, he's one of the best shooters, period, in the league. And when you talk about just big guy shooters, he is the best. I mean, Jokic is maybe going to give him a run for the money, but I take Cat as the best three-point shooter of big men in the league. I mean, he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds, and it's really hard to find anybody that can guard him outside and inside.
MP, no good.
No such thing as an easy bucket most of the time in the NBA, but I'm surprised he missed that.
Brunson passes to Hart. Here's Towns. Anderson covers. Now McBride fires the three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Towns. Towns has got 3 assists now in this one. Inside. Here's MP. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
MP squeezing all that juice he can get out of that orange. What a night he's had.
Brunson against MP. Towns on a screen. And it's Brunson missing. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Ryan. OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals. And he said, I want to be the defensive player.
Yet another assist.
You really got to admire the court vision. I mean, he's among the elite first-year players we've ever seen. And now ranks 4th all-time in assists among rookies.
And that's a tough list to join. He's in a team atmosphere here that really has allowed him to develop extremely quickly. Memphis making a switch here. Morant's checked in. New York also changing it up. Robinson, he's checked in for Hart. Shamet comes in for Anunoby. And Clarkson subbed in for McBride. Here's Shamet going inside. Lays it up and banks it in. Shamet's got his second bucket on the night.
Boy, he is fundamentally sound. Tough cover.
Wells, the pass to MP. Outside Morant. Outside Wells. Pass to MP. To the inside. And Clark gets it to go on the assist by MP. MP's got 7 assists in the game. 1:05 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Brunson passes to Robinson. Towns down low. Anderson's there. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call... teams changing it up here. And we will have a timeout called by Tomas Isalo. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. We've got Jalen Wells. Kyle Anderson is out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's MP, and it's Coward in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Rebounded by Towns.
I love their work on the glass. They hold a nice rebounding advantage.
Yeah, they brought the sandpaper edge to their attack, really fighting and scrapping inside. A lot of grit and grind with these guys.
It's stolen by Hart, and we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Clark, last season, Josh Hart played nearly 38 minutes per game, more than anyone else in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't take possessions off. He's an old-school throwback kind of guy. Just a do-it-all player. Doesn't really have a specific position, but you know the effort and the production is going to be there pretty much every night. For one like Brunson, who really is vertically challenged, he's not a guy who's elevating a lot. You've got to have that floater in your game.
Here's MP. There's a minute 59 left in the 4th quarter. And the 3 misses. Knicks leading by 16. Now Brunson. Hard outside. Outside Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. Hard with it. Guarded now by Anderson. For 3. It's off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one. They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Knicks.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game. They battled through every step of the way.
And B.A., can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And certainly a point of pride. They've now won 50 games this year.
And they fought hard for this win, guys. No one wants to get swept in a season series, even a short one.
Most definitely. I mean, even though you see opponents outside of your conference only twice a year, you still don't want to have that feeling of being swept.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Karl Anthony Towns.
Tremendous contribution from him, scoring the basketball. Everywhere you look, his fingerprints were all over this game.
MP. Oh, the long ball, no good. Smooth sailing for New York. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. And Brunson, here we go. Towns banks it home. Big shot.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
So New York takes this one by a big margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
That's a little...
We still have few seats available for upcoming Grizzlies home games. Please
Good Friday night to you, sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sideline. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Jaylen Brown.
His effective field goal percentage, a favorite stat of the analytics crowd, has been on the way down over his past 10 games. His game isn't as well-rounded as it needs to be.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Dynamic duo of Brown and Tatum at the 3 and the 4. Then it's Peyton Pritchard. And it's Vucevic. And it's Shireman in at the shooting guard. And for the Grizzlies, G.G. Jackson is out there with Anderson. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's MP. And it's Coward in at the 2. Well, Greg, I hope you're ready. We're going to be cranking our heads back and forth, watching these teams race up and down the floor all game long.
And this is the definition of an exciting matchup. Don't be shocked if the 24-second clock doesn't come into play. They like to keep the pace fast.
Well, this is where you see Jaylen Brown has evolved as a playmaker for his teammates. That's a pretty pass.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Memphis head coach. Right away, we got to talking about Jaylen Brown, and he said he's going to make trouble for us. With strong coverage and fast rotations, I think we'll do a good job limiting his production. Some confident words from coach on how they'll slow down Brown's output tonight. Guys, back over to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you.
Well, being able to finish through contact essential for MP. No one going to make it easy on the interior.
Tatum at the elbow. Shot clock at 5. And it's Coward with the rebound.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time. Just won't go.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP.
And you have to be more careful with the basketball. These are possessions that you don't get back.
Well, already so accomplished, Doris. Jason Tatum. As you look at the landscape of the Celtics, where is his place in that story?
Well, let's remember, Kevin, that he's still a young player, and so that history is still being written. But the North Star for the Boston Celtics is always championships, and Tatum has proven he can deliver.
Now, here's MP. His last outing, he had 18 points.
Boy, not a bad beginning. 3 for 4 from the floor. Pretty good start.
Jackson against Brown. Outside Tatum. Traps in the tray.
That's Tatum's size and high release point. He's able to get that three-point shot off against virtually anybody.
MP outside. Clark a screen on Pritchard. MP against Pritchard. 20 feet out. And Boston with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboard.
Brown with the bucket.
Oh, that's almost too easy for Jaylen Brown. We see you, sir.
Pass to MP. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Ja Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. Now here's Gonzalez, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The Grizzlies trail by 6. MP passes to Jackson. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Spencer's checked in. Making some changes here. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's ready to talk things through with them. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Gonzalez against MP. Pass to Anderson. Wells in the corner. He's looking for MP and finds him. He was all alone on that one. Howard's got his first points of the game.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Ja Morant, he's out there with MP. Then it's Jalen Wells. Then there's Anderson. And it's Coward in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And now, Allie Laforce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against New York was outstanding. He picked up 18 points and did a nice job of spreading the ball around. It's the latest entry in what's been a string of fantastic games from him. We'll see just how long he can go, guys.
Thanks as always, Allie, for that great report. He took command, and Greg really led the fight for his team.
You like someone who's willing to take control, but then again, tonight could turn out to be a different story.
I think he's got to find the appropriate balance between not forcing it and not settling. I'll tell you, sometimes it's easier to hit the target with a bounce pass. That's perfectly done.
Clark, he's checked in for Memphis. The Grizzlies have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Pass to Pritchard. Off target from three-point range. The Grizzlies trail by 4. From deep. And Tatum pulls it down. For Boston, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Hey, Greg, kind of a combo forward. Tatum at 6'8", more than capable, playing up at the power forward position.
And that's where he's mostly played the last few seasons. And his rebounding is more than just serviceable. Credit him for the strength he's added over his career.
And here is MP. Following Jaylen Brown's 3. Got it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Clark.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Pritchard passes to Hauser. Fires the 3. Ja Morant with the rebound. Morant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Anderson, good, and it's MP picking up the assist. And now just a 3-point Boston lead. And the Grizzlies, they come in off a loss to New York. On the wing, Brown. There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter. It's rebounded by Memphis. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. MP fires from way outside. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Out left to the wing. Here's Hauser. They get the rebound. They kick out to Brown. Pass to Hauser. Boston again missing.
I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
This is how athletic Morant is. A point guard who possesses incredible athleticism.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Now here's Vucevic. And here is Tatum, defended by Anderson. Here's Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
Boy, he may not be the biggest center in this league, but big-time athleticism on display.
Now, here's MP. A dependable source of points for his team, averages just under 24 points a game. And another assist for him.
And can you believe he's now third all-time in assists for a rookie? He's looking like shades of Stockton or Nikola Jokic out there, walking highlight reel.
And guys, with him at the helm, this team more efficient by opening up the perimeter and creating more scoring opportunities.
You know what? They push the action, but also play within themselves. Show great execution.
And you know, that usually leads. Fellas, what do you say we take a look now at the power? Thank you for being with us.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Celtics leading by just one. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close to the game it's been so far. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues.
Another possession, another assist.
And this after this, night after night, what a rookie year he has put together. Now second all-time for assists among first-year players.
His instincts and his timing are phenomenal. You know, his teammates clearly love him and the way he plays and involves everyone in the offense. Very unique for a young player. When you think about clutch players, Greg, you think score. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Even clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
This is what frustrates coaches. You come out of the half and you miss your first 3 shots.
And that one's good by Clark.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForge on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Jason Tatum talked about his development since coming into the league, and he said earlier, I was playing the game just to play the game instead of thinking it. It's tough when you're younger. You just want everything to happen so fast, but it doesn't work like that. Kevin?
He has come a long way. Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Tatum. He's got 8.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Vucevic. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half, and now 1 combined.
Strong finish inside from MP.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Nikola Vucevic.
I'm really not too surprised to see the rebounding numbers trail off a bit. He's a veteran player getting up there in years, and what comes with that is some changes to physicality and intentional adjustments to playing style. Even though his rebounding output has declined, that veteran presence and basketball IQ continue to grow.
Boy, he's trying to give this team a start, but the buckets simply will not go down.
Here's Shireman. There's the steal. And finished off by Anderson.
Wow, Anderson at the rim. Look out below.
Pritchard with a wide open look. Oh, good on the triple.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Pass to Shireman. And here is Tatum. Will it go? Rebounded by Jackson.
Boy, that's a case where he may have been too focused on answering back with his own 3.
MP going to work inside.
And Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Celtics trail by 11. Outside Tatum. There's 57 seconds left to play in the third. On up there for Clark. And the Grizzlies tap on 2 more.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And so the timeout.
Substitution on the court.
And here is Tatum. Brown outside. Pass to Shireman. Clock at 4. Jackson with the rebound.
This guy hit a couple of threes in the first half, but since then it's been a little bit of a struggle.
You've got Brandon Clark. Jackson is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's MP. And it's Coward in at the 2-guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. MP. MP with a floater on the fly.
Soft floater. You see how MP has really improved his craft.
Pritchard fires. The long shot, no good.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
And it's good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long. Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it so close.
MP going right to the rim.
MP is cooking right now, and folks, this is exactly what we expected from this young man.
Now Brown puts up a 3. Jackson with the rebound.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Somebody want to ease up off the threes. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
He gets it to go.
Boy, nice pass, a little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
And so just rolling to the finish line now is what has been a very confident-looking performance for Memphis.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight, guys will push their win column up to 55.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for John Morant.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
MP outside. And the dunk by MP.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Pass to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tatum finds Pritchard. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Memphis with the ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Yep, it counts.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Pritchard from outside. Rebounded by Jackson. Pass to Clark. Back to MP. Clark dishes to MP. In close, he hits it.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish.
We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word "Hornets" along with your issue and sync location to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. Attention Hornets fans! Do you want to take part in a special giveaway at our next home game? If so, all you have to do is show up and every single one of you will get your own Honey Bees medal. The National Basketball Association and the Charlotte Hornets are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court or interrupting play.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We're ready to brighten the weekend with some Saturday night basketball. Along with the all-star team of Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Taking a look at some numbers here for Brandon Miller.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level scorer than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
And checking out the opening lineup for Memphis. Kyle Anderson is out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Jackson, then it's MP, and it's Coward in at the 2. And for Charlotte, Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with Knippel. Grant, these are two teams with some of the highest assist rates in the league.
Yeah, B.A. And it really goes to show the unselfish attitude they both have. Not to mention how many skilled passers are on both rosters.
Back to ball. The three ball. And it's Coward with a rebound. Jackson finds MP to the middle. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Oh, my. Powering through the contact. MP just went to work on them in the paint.
There's Ball with a three. And it's Coward with a rebound. The three is up. Offensive board. Controls the rebound and the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Now here's Miller. Last game we saw him with 32 points. And just over a minute played here to start the game. Here's Ball. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Yeah, he just finds a way. All determined to get that bucket.
Well, Grant, a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future still bright for Miller. And he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now.
And MP throws it down.
Come on, man. So aggressive. MP, that trait will take you a long way in this game.
Now here's Ball. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Bridges passes to Ball. Ball with another miss.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Jay got a hand on it.
You gotta love the hustle from Ball. Great job rising up to send it back.
On defense, Charlotte. They trail by 6. Here's Miller, and he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Back to Ball. Here's the three. That doesn't go either for Ball.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
MP, that one's good.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
The Hornets have gone only 1 of 6 so far. Pass to Miller. Here's Knippel. Nice passing by Charlotte here. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
And Charlotte making a change here. White's checked in. Here's Knippel, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. And Ball gets it to go.
The young fella. Ball getting more and more comfortable from the corners.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster. And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. Pass to Coward. Back to MP. Now here's Clark. To the paint. Here's MP. Good D by Ball.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Hornets trail by 4. Here's White. Ball outside. Here's Knippel. White for 3. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. White with a steal. Bridges passes to Ball. Connects from downtown. Ball's got 9 points.
You have to stay in Ball's shirt out there or he will rise and fire.
And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Inside. That one's off. Still out of sync. The Hornets have gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. The three from Ball. And the Hornets, another three.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
So Tuomas Isalos decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A line change here for Memphis. Charlotte. Mike Conley comes in for LaMelo Ball. Quarter number 2, with just over a minute of play. MP against Conley. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Well, if anyone epitomizes take what the defense gives you, it's Mike Conley.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies. They've got MP. Jalen Wells out there with Kyle Anderson. Then there's Ja Morant, and it's Coward in at the small forward position. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Boston put on a show. He had 22 points and did what he always does. He got others involved. All around, he just seemed unstoppable, getting everything he wanted. Hopefully he's got more of that energy for us tonight.
Thanks, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
And it's the Hornets with the ball. After the basket by Memphis. Yep, count it.
Far from just a perimeter threat, White is quite adept at finding scoring opportunities inside.
Well, Coach, when you think about the NBA's steadiest contributors, Kobe White deserves a mention.
He sure does, B.A. Players like Kobe White are the foundational pieces that every team needs. He makes smart plays, and he's so consistent. You almost take it for granted.
Memphis leading. Back to MP. Work in the interior. MP
adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Conley against MP. It's stolen by MP. 1:49 left in the first half.
The youngster, MP, keeping that head on a swivel.
Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. White looking it over. Outside Conley from behind the arc. Again the miss by the Hornets. Memphis leading by 5. Wells, the pass to MP. Oh, look at MP doing his thing down there.
Yeah, it's so rewarding as a coach to see a young guy like MP succeeding like this on the offensive end.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on the court.
There's a minute 12 left in the second quarter. Here's Kniffel, defended by Jackson. Miller on the wing. 5 to shoot. With his first shot attempt. And he hits the jumper. Miller's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Anderson finds MP. MP, a tough bucket inside.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Hornets trail by 7. It's Bridges on the wing. There's Ball with a 3. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
It's just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there. Not knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Oh, the block just stops it cold and takes possession. And the basket by Bridges. And now it's just a 2-point Memphis lead.
That was some by-the-book basketball. Blocks the shot, gets out in transition, and finishes strong. And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Grizzlies up 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Hello, everybody. So far, a fairly even game for the Memphis Grizzlies through the first 2 quarters.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have. Calculated degrees, very consistent approach, man. I'm telling you, man.
Now let's take a moment here for a look at the up. And that's it for halftime.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
Using all that momentum behind him to finish with power. Gotta love watching him dive toward the rim.
Well, when you've got a player with the energy and athleticism he has, it can make for a big night when he gets it going.
Memphis leading by 4. Well, to play great defense, teams have to provide help. But how do you avoid overhelping?
It's a great question, BA, and it's like anything in the game. Basketball is a game of decisions. I think people look at it and they talk about athletic ability and they talk about skills, which are both important. But the best players and the best teams are the best decision makers. And the same thing goes as to when to help and when to stay home on shooting.
Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. So that's who Charles Lee starts in the second half. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thank you. The Hornets are trying to create a winning environment. Coach Charles Lee said, quote, "We know this is a young team, so I want culture enhancers who help us build with their hard work and creativity. Having that energy coming into the building every day is the most important thing." Back over to you, Brian.
Looking to set the standard. Allie, thank you. To the middle. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Anderson. And now a 7-point Memphis lead. Out to the right wing. There's Ball with a 3. Ooh, Ball dropping it in for 3.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And you think back, not many point guards have combined the vision with the frame of LaMelo Ball.
I mean, he's 6'7" or even taller. You think about it, it's just a short list. You think of Luka Doncic, Penny Hardaway, Magic Johnson. That combination of size and court awareness is hard to stop.
Pass to MP. Kicks it out to Jackson. From outside, off the mark. And Ball will bring it up here for Charlotte. 4-point game. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento.
Wow. Did I just see that? I mean, LaMelo with the artful dribble.
And so Tomas Isolo calls the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Just 10 games left. Let's see the playoff race in the West. You look at the Grizzlies. This season has been an absolute dream for them. They're currently at number 1 as the postseason approaches.
You know, for Memphis, they've really set the standard in their conference, on track to claim home court advantage in the playoffs. They feel this is their year, and you know what? They may be right.
And stolen by Clark. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. MP shot is good.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Hornets trail by 6. Miller outside. A deep 3 from Ball. That 3's off the mark. For Memphis, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. Here's MP. Uses the glass to finish the layup. MP's got 12 points in just the second half.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
Back to ball. This one for 3. Memphis with a rebound. Coward's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's MP. Wow, MP! That'll make the top 10.
Okay, young man. We see you, MP. We know you for real.
What a sensational move captured from the connected cam. Sponsored by AT&T. A minute 31 left in the third. And Charles Lee wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Kobe White, he's checked in for Miller. All right, while we have a second, let's take a look at the rookies leading the way in free throw percentage. MP third.
A skill that works at every level, free throw shooting. And he's been comfortable even under the bright lights of the NBA.
Charlotte, no good that time either.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. MP's got 38 points.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Pass to Knipple. Shot to stop the run. The 3 from Ball. Anderson pulls it down.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
The kick out to White. Out to the right wing.
Back door, back door.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Such a wide open look. White's got 5 points.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Well, what I love about MP is he's always working on his game. Every day, year-round.
Pass to Conley. Takes a 3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
MP no good.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They wanted him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
And Conley gets it to go. The assist from Miller. Miller's got his 4th assist in this one. MP getting it done for Memphis. Over 40 points tonight and making it look easy. We've reached the making substitutions here. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. On the court for Memphis. Jackson out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's MP. And it's Coward in at the 2.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass. Really getting after it and being physical.
And he makes it on the layup. MP's got 44.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Here's Knipple. Ball. Ball ventures inside and converts.
Yeah, inside ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
Here's MP. Outside, Anderson. Clark with a screen on Bridges. Shot clock at 5. Another chance, and that's how you get it to go inside.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Here's MP.
Meeting the defense's challenge, that's really all you can ask of a young player like MP.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for MP. Hornets trail by 12. Ball fires. Oh, he missed the jumper. at home. Big shot.
Well, as a scorer, that's where Anderson likes to operate. He has a lot of tricks in him.
LaMelo. The three is off.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down. I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Takes a three. Rebounded by Jackson.
In the second half, it seems like they've given him the green light. Might want to rethink that.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Grizzlies.
They made a point to get some good looks.
Yes, they were able to pound the ball inside. I love it.
And as a strong year for the club continues, they've willed their way to 56 wins.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for MP.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Ball fires. Oh, and just miss after miss right now. And yes, another basket.
Oh, what a performance. Arguably the best in franchise history.
He's tied the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. Booyah! He sinks the triple. And here's Memphis now. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Knocks down the trifecta. Here's MP. Another one goes. Incredible.
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time.
Yeah, when you talk about absolutely thrilling your fan base, MP has done it. I mean, who knows if this franchise record will ever be broken?
And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They meant
an incredible display of shot making and clutch play, MP. As you reach the half-century mark in a win, you look like you are not going to be denied. Was there any extra motivation for you in this one?
No, not when the game first started. I was just trying to let the game come to me. But the more I let the game come, the better I felt. It was like the game made itself at home in my living room.
What does that mean exactly?
It means I was perfectly at home, perfectly at ease, Jennifer Quintana. I knew where everyone was going to be at every moment in the game, like walking around my home at night with the lights off. Other people might get tripped up, but not me, not with this team. I was in total control.
It showed. Thanks, MP.
You're welcome.
Over to you, BA.
All right, Jennifer, thanks. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
People are always listening here in the conversation, but right now, there could very well be someone listening to us talking about what we did. Really? Am I? Are you sure there isn't, I don't know, some players just hanging around listening to all the stuff that they do? Well, why would anybody know everyone that's supposed to be here has one thing? You'd be surprised. People are very comfortable in sitting and we don't see it.
Also, just make sure that no one's interfering in the walkway or court area, as there might be
I'm not concerned. German kick can make the lead.
I put the odds at 100 to...
Sounds like a lovely weekend. That's way more complicated math than I was expecting. Yeah. You're setting up like 90% odds.
No, 100-0, but in German.
Oh, you're not talking about good one. I'll finish tomorrow. Probably for that. Like our G League team is right. As a means of getting better perimeter looks, I can do it. To get the defense out of position. Yes. Players was just trying to help and do. Right? Maybe we can do Steve Nash and do Steve Lee. People grab this better. Let's talk about it. Conditions. That's what I like to focus on. You've seen a little wear on the court? I don't want fatigue to be an issue, but the issue may be not pushing hard enough regularly. What's the solution? I want to work on stamina. I can draw some machines for that. I'll start penciling in some drills and whatever important. Some photos, 8 photos? Who would do that? I've got some ideas on it. Photos of photos? Yeah, they're shooting a high percentage. That's not the game we play. The rules are big. Start cutting out of our play calls. Okay, we'll do. And we'll talk about the players. Why don't you get the young guys together and go? Alright, got some drills for that. Anything specific? Fast and move, ISO clear outs, and popping after screen set. Great. We'll tell coach to go for 15 minutes and scrimmage with those instruction areas. Thanks very much. It needs to change this week.
They were out early shooting today. How early?
About 2 hours.
Didn't they just get?
Started right when they arrived. Took a good lather.
Yeah, they must have put in a lot into the game. Well, we should get this done better. Absolutely not. At all. Not what?
Cut it out. Starting to get hungry. Gotta go get some more food.
Yes. While you're locked inside the house? Yes. Developing our player evaluations on a fishing level. Quite the catch. You should get that backpack mounted on your wall. You should have your child definition be down the drain pipe. Who would pay to see that? All right, boys. I think we'll break that out. Yep. I'll see you guys later.
Good memory.
So I was giving some more thought about our international evaluation.
How long? I'm off to Belgium. Please tell me 7.
Trying to do push-ups all week.
Want some free food? Then come out to our next promo night. Free pizza night. Yes, every man in the arena will get a coupon for a free slice of pizza from the concession stand.
The National Basketball Association and the Atlanta Hawks are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection.
Up next, the Hawks taking on the Grizzlies. For the Atlanta Hawks, presently in possession of the 7th spot in the East. A middle-of-the-pack team trying to make that next step. Grizzlies, Hawks, coming up next. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. All right, a chance to check out stats for Zachary Rizashay.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Anderson is out there with Wells. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's MP. And it's Coward in at the shooting guard. And for the Hawks, filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizashay. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point. So here we are toward the end of the regular season. The stretch run, if you will. What are you looking for, Jim, around the league at this particular portion of the schedule?
I think the first thing is who's healthy at the right time of the year, and then who has expanded their roster and their rotation, because depth to me is as important as anything else as you head into this important part of the regular season.
Depth important, and probably, would you agree, the hardest thing to really capture?
Very difficult. Coaches need to have trust in their roster. It's awfully difficult to get coaches to go more than 8 or 9 deep. And, you know, if you look at Daniel's numbers, he's done a great job improving those assist totals.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's MP, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And last season, Tim, Paul Millsap retired. He was an all-star in each of his 4 years in Atlanta.
Well, he helped guide the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals back in 2015. That team overachieved through chemistry, and this group hopes to do the same thing.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
Here is Daniels. Last time out, he had 14 points. Offensive rebound, Johnson. And the layup's good off the glass. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
And slashing in for that offensive rebound. Johnson also getting credit for some hustle points.
Inside, and it's Clark with the jam. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Alexander Walker passes to Okongwu. Now Rizashay, covered by Wells. Okongwu with the screen for Johnson. Off target with his 3. For Memphis, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Down to 5 on the shot clock. MP finds Anderson. No good from outside. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. Well, MP in their last time out against the Hornets was outstanding. He picked up 54 points, and he was on a tear in that game, recording a season high in points. And the entire NBA talking about his performance. It was that special. Can he do it again? We'll see, guys.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. He was in attack mode all night. We saw that really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
Well, he did whatever he wanted. I love the fact that he was under control, yet very aggressive.
Here's Daniels, following the basket by MP. And good good that time.
A catch-and-shoot specialist. Richelet thrives in that role.
Richelet has done a lot to quiet the doubters after being the #1 overall pick in 2024.
Well, in a draft without a lot of star power at the top, the Hawks took the kind of prototype wing you can't have too many of. And he has made good on that pick.
Here's MP. And it's Richelet with the rebound. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies winning their last game against Charlotte. Here's Alexander Walker.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see you. That's your point guard getting up.
MP's shot is good.
Assistant.
32 seconds left here in the first quarter. To Richelet. Back to Alexander Walker. Johnson finds Richelet. Here's Alexander Walker. Okongwu with a screen on MP. Clock is at 3. Shot on the wing. Wells grabs the miss.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Hawks on top. Here. Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. Jalen Johnson comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Zachary Richelet's checked in for Corey Kispert. And Daniels subbed in for Luke Kennard. So on the floor for Memphis, you've got MP. Anderson is out there with Brandon Clark. Then it's Morant. And it's Coward in at the small forward. Cullen passes to Johnson. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Memphis. 6-point game. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Some nice passing there by Memphis. 4 on the clock. Down low. MP going to work inside.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
To the left wing. Here's Richelet. And yes, it's good. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
MP looking around. And McCollum with the block.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Daniels against Morant. And here's Johnson outside. Hits it from 3-point range. Johnson's got the lead up to 9 now for Atlanta. Right wing to the paint. Out of bounds. It will go to the Hawks.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McCollum. The Grizzlies also making a change. Wells is checked in. Alexander Walker buries it from 3-point range. Alexander Walker's got 9.
Great ball movement there.
Wells dishes to MP. It's MP muscling his way for 2.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Outside Daniel. Takes it inside, and he dunks it down.
And that's what you want to see from Daniels. Use that size and speed to get to the rim and finish.
Clark sets a screen for MP. Foul call. Looked like that he didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws. This is his second trip to the line in this one. And both free throws good for MP.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Pass to Rizichet. 19 seconds left in the first half. Good. Rizichet's got his third basket of the night.
Well, Rizichet has decent size, and he uses it well that time to put points on the board.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And, boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Here's Rizichet. There's the three. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Come one, come all.
In that game against the Spurs, don't let a lack of focus steal one from you. Overlooking lesser opponents, but that's when they come in.
All right, looking back now at that first half, we just saw some obstacles to overcome for the Memphis Grizzlies. That is more than enough of a...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Peñama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizichet. And it's Alexander Walker in at the one. So that's the Hawks 5. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And all you need to do is see his free throw percentage, guys. 90 for the season to know what kind of year he's having.
The Hawks leading by 10. After Rizichet. Drills the three-pointer. 9 points for Rizichet.
He with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
MP kicks to Clark. Here's Coward. Memphis moving that ball around. Clock at 6. And here is Clark, covered by Okongwu.
They started out this half ice cold, 0 for their first 3.
Johnson down low. He's against Anderson. Johnson's shot is off.
That's a cold start out of the break. Only one of his first 4 has he gotten to go.
And Jim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. The Hawks again can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Back to Clark. To the inside. Pass to Coward. And here is MP. Clark sets a screen for MP. Shoots over Alexander Walker. Off on the layup.
This is definitely not how they envisioned starting the second half.
Daniels passes to Alexander Walker. And the foul called on MP. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And the Hawks making a change here. Kuminga's checked in. Ja Morant, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Daniels against Morant. Kuminga, no good. The Grizzlies have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. It's good, and the Hawks lead us get down to 9 in the bucket from Morant. Pass to Okongwu. Now here's Kuminga, defended by Anderson. Okongwu with the screen for Daniels. Tips it, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. And the Hawks lead by 11.
Wow, that is just great work, and he got rewarded with that tip-in.
MP keeping his balance right there.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Daniels against Morant. Outside Kuminga. And it's MP with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And here is Wells. Nothing on the board. Here's MP. Uses the glass to finish the lane.
Well, these types of looks are easy for MP. The defense must make it harder for the young guy.
Outside Daniel. Here's Alexander Walker. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. Alexander Walker's got 13.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
And now, Reza Shea running the floor all by himself.
Yeah, Kuminga will look for any opportunity to throw it down.
Here's Clark. Plays it up and banks it in. He has 6.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. The shot's good from Alexander Walker.
Creating spacing. That's his 3rd three-pointer of the night and his 2nd this half.
Back to Anderson, to the middle. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from MP.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Alexander Walker. Well, good with the triple. And a deep 3 from MP. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Atlanta. Their lead. A chance now to hear Coach Quinn Snyder talking to...
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity.
Here. Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. Reza Shea is coming in for Jonathan Kuminga. Daniels, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for C.J. McCollum. Clark, the pass to MP. And it's blocked.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Wells is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's MP. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Coward in at the shooting guard position. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, you often hear that the skill level in the league has never been higher, Greg, and some say this is the peak of the game. What do you think?
And I'll tell you this, Kevin, I'm not complaining. If the league can improve upon this, the sky is really the limit.
Outside Daniel.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, it's the power of the two-man game. After all these years, it's still the most difficult set to defend.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
That is a strong finish by MP, showing he can handle the physicality of the NBA.
Back to Alexander Walker. Okongwu with a screen on MP. Alexander Walker passes to Okongwu.
And his eyes got wide once he got the ball inside. You just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
MP with it. to the left side wing. We all hear about AI in the workplace, and I don't mean Allen Iverson, although we could put him in the workplace. Greg, now teams are using computers to break down the action.
Able to use camera tracking to assess credit and blame, right? So maybe the little things in winning plays that went unnoticed, they won't be overlooked much anymore.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Jock Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Kuminga comes in for Jalen Johnson. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Zachary Rizachet. And McCollum subbed in for Dyson Daniels. Kennard's shot is off. The Grizzlies trail by 21.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Atlanta.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And on the year, this will turn out to be win number 34 for them.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
Here's MP. Rebound by the Hawks. And now we've got the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just getting
the first free throw is good. And so Alexander Walker nails both of them. Kuminga against Anderson. Jay, the teardrop falls in. MP's got 30.
Soft floater. You see how MP has really improved his craft.
The clock now can just run out for the Hawks. And that's an intentional foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
At the line for your Hawks.
And he makes the first.
2 shots.
And so McCollum nails both of them. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Landale grabs the miss. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control operating.
Tough loss for you tonight, MP. Did the defense do anything special to throw you off, or was this loss more about your team and your approach?
We just didn't have what it takes tonight. Me especially. I got to get my guys involved more as a leader. Assist numbers were way too low. But I'm confident we'll clean all that up and get a win next time out. Because we have to.
Kevin, over to you.
All right, thank you, Jennifer.
P, how do you feel about matching up with Dylan Harper out of Rutgers?
I feel great. Just because his dad was in the league, everyone thinks he's him. But he's not. Because I am. That's me.
And do you think if positions were reversed, would you have been a lottery pick?
Oh, of course. But I had to take the long road. No handouts, no special favors. I earned my place here. Dylan Harper is about to go to the School of Hard Knocks tonight.
You know what? I'll try to catch this. I doubt it.
I love it.
Heads up. You film me. You look in the background.
What do I do?
Don't do anything. Be aware that the camera's live.
So nervous about getting something wrong.
Calm down and not perfect at the start. Go back.
And I'm nervous
Please do not sing.